One day, there was this man at a bazaar, and he was strolling around behind the stage. At a point, he ends up seeing this huge bull that was tied by this little rope around his leg. The little rope was planned to control this bull from getting away. The man sees this little rope attached to this enormous bull, and he said to himself, how is it possible that anyone would think that that little rope was really going to limit that bull from escaping? All that bull needed to do was to just kick his leg and he could break free. However, at that point, as he glances around, he sees that there were so many other huge bulls that are additionally limited by this little rope. Plainly, at some random time, in the event that they needed to get away, they just needed to utilize their force to break free. But for reasons unknown, they didn't. The man was interested. So then he sees this another man, and he urges over to go talk with him. He asks the coach, there is no enclosures, there is no chains or anything. How is it that these little ropes are compelling these bulls? The coach reacts and said, it is really from the time these bulls were little and little infants that they were tied by that rope around them. At that point, the bulls were so little that the rope is sufficient to keep those bulls from getting away. But as they become more big and they get bigger, they were actually fixed by a similar restricted conviction that they can't get away from that rope. So even common idea, they are so incredible and frightening, they don't attempt to escape, since they are molded to accept that they can't. So many of us are even informed that if we don't settle down and get hitched at a youthful age, there is a possibility we will wind up alone until the end of time. Also, nobody will need to be with us. We are even informed that our interests are extraordinary for interest and fun things. In any case, nobody really brings in cash from seeking after their interests or beginning a business. Do you understand what the pace of disappointments for most organizations are? We grow up with all these restrictive conventions. However, these restrictive conventions become so prepared into us that as we get more established, they begin to show themselves through dread and through question. We question our abilities. We grow up reasoning that we are not sufficient, or we fear disappointment. We believe that we shouldn't attempt, and we question if it is the perfect time. So we continually sitting tight for this wonderful moment that never appears to come. A number of us are apprehensive of what somebody will think about us, or individuals will consider us. The moment we begin putting ourselves out there and envision briefly, we will see our own restrictive conventions that is keeping us down from carrying on with our best life. A similar way as we take a gander at the craziness of these huge frightening bulls, believing that they can't break free from this little rope. What might our lives really resemble if we could break free from all these restricting conventions? If you like this clip, Please share to your contacts and subscribe.